I will explain to you how to transfer this uh, timeline to this table. Because if you directly use table, it's quite difficult. This is a must for original form for this calculation, even simulation calculation. But before that, to make you simple, I already explained to you. I hope you understand before I explain to you. Yeah, if you already understand this timeline, it's quite easy to make this process. Okay, now please follow me step by step, and if you have any question, please later WhatsApp me. Yeah? Okay, now we go to this first line. Okay, 00 clock. Okay, clock is the present time. Present time. Present time. The process in the present time, and then system state sqt here is the part waiting list. Yeah, part waiting. Okay. FEL is feature event list. Feature event list. And then the comment is the comment of this process, and then cumulative statistic. This is waiting queue time. How many minutes, how much time waiting for this process. Okay, this sigma p is the part finish for the process. And also for this WQ, I mean waiting time here, it can be from machine and also from part. This depend on the situation. You need to see this process, yeah. Okay, let's we start from the first line. 00 is this is the starting point. Okay, and then the feature is the part number one will come. Part number part part one will come, arrive at minute 4, and then process time the finish in 9. From where? From, okay, in the simple calculations, just add 4 add by 5, so 9. If you here, the calculation is like this. It started in minute, the part number one will be started in minute 4, and then the process time in minute 5. So 1 2 4 5, and then so this one is will be, and S is symbol for stop. Stop in minute 25. Okay, and machine still idle, no process, because this is feature, yeah, not process yet, still feature. Please remember this one. Okay, now we continue to the second line. The second line, the present time, the starting point is in minute 4, right? Starting point is minute 4, so the present will be 4 here. 4, 4, and also for feature event list. Okay, here is the feature for part number 2. Yeah, feature for part number 2 here. You can see the process of part number 2 arrive in minute 9, right? Arrive in minute 9. So you write down here, arrive at minute 9. Okay, and then here D is the part for this part number 2. However, here a little bit different with this timeline. You need to consider which one is the closest the part for the process in the process. Okay, here the process number 2, the closest the part is still here, not here, yeah, but still here, still close, very close. I mean, close here, uh, in the same timeline. So you just put here D9 here, okay, and stop in minute 20 25, and then first part, the comment here is first part arrive and start to be processed. Okay, you start to be processed, and then here what happened? Waiting time for waiting queue time is for uh, is for here, because this process the machine still waiting 4 minutes, right? I hope you understand this for the second line. Now, okay, for state system state SQ, see no waiting for part, right? No waiting part, and waiting time for Q is for machine idle for 4 minutes. Okay, understand? Now we go to part. Sorry for this the third line. Okay, here is right by 9. Why 9? Because the present time based on this feature, the second line, based on this feature line here, yeah, see, is 9, yeah. So you just put the present here as a 9, okay. And then the next is the process. I mean, for the feature for part number 3, product will be processed for the next or for feature is 2. Why 2? Because here 2, and then why here is 11 here, because the process starting from here 9, okay, 10 and 11. Okay. Here, okay, arrive is for part number 3. One is feature for number 3. Is arrived in minute 11. And then D. D is 12. So you cannot write down for this D. You need to write down for this D, because D, the closest D in the process, yeah, not here. The closest D in the process is D, still D number, part number 2. What is this? Okay, you just put is the part here for this line, yeah, in here, D12 is the closest D in this timeline. Okay, and then you just put stop in minute 25. Okay, the comment here, first part finish, first part already finished, right? Okay, and already leave. So part total number of part is already 1. And then for the second part now arrive, and then start to be all right. Now we go to the third line. The third line is we put is 11. This feature time in this line, yeah, will be present in this clock column, and then we can see here, okay, here is for feature for part number 4, yeah, part number 4 arrive at 19. From where we got it? Get it from part number 4 feature for this is the feature, yeah. Part number 4 is inter arrival is 8, so you need to calculate it from this timeline, from starting from 11, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Now the arrival for feature for part number 4 is 19 in this timeline, yeah. Okay. Okay, D here is still in minute 12. Okay, because this one, okay, still under this timeline, yeah. From here, the closest D is this process, yeah, not D, because D closest D with this A is a D12. So you just put down it here 12, and then stop in 25. Okay, then we continue. What is the comment? Comment is the third part arrive. Third part arrive, and Q waiting. Why? Because the part number 2 not finished yet. Yeah? And this part already come. Part number 2 not finished, and then part number 3 come in minute 12 and waiting for 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. So part is waiting part is waiting 1 minute. I mean not 1 minute here. This is but one part waiting here. Yeah. Okay. Now we go to minute clock 12. Yeah. Wait. Why this one 12? Okay. Okay. The closest between 19 and 12 is the closest activity is 12. So you just put down this become a present for here. Okay, just write down here become what is that here and put it here, right? Because uh because the closest activity from this one is 19. Yeah. So the present activity here that we face is the part activity is this part. Okay, D12. Okay, you cannot go here because this one first activity first in the minute 12, while this one is in minute 19. So you write 12 first as this clock. Okay, we continue. Hope you understand. Okay, here part two already finished. Yeah. Okay, part two already finished. So this one is already one part finished. Okay, now we go to part the next this one is 12. Okay, 12 here. And a arrive for the next activity is for part 4. Yeah, sorry. Okay, now you can see because this one the part first coming here arrive still ongoing, so you just put down it, you go down it here in minute 19. So you just put it down. Okay, and then the 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 part for the next activity is in minute 16 here. The closest D, the closest D here is 16. This one. After this, the closest D is. You just put it down and mas ngerekam udah jadi ada rupanya. continue, sorry, with problem. Continue to this activity, yeah. Okay. This activity D is the smallest number of this, and then the closest the process, the previous process. Okay, this is the D12, and then this one A19. So the smallest number of the activity timeline that firstly happen is the part. So this one will be put it here. Well, this timeline we can see here what will be well. Okay, the next is we need to put down again in this A arrival is 19. Okay, this is still 19 because why? Because this one still is awaiting this here, right? So you just put down it here 19, and then this D16 is obtained from the fourth number of one. Okay, the part will be finishes from the process time activity for part number 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4, right? And then you need to put D, the closest D here in this activity. Is D16, and then will be stopped in minute 25. Okay, and then the comment here is the second part finished. Second part already finished. Okay, and leave. So, and then the third part start process. The third part start to process it. Okay, here already two part finished. Then waiting queue waiting is 1 minute here. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now we continue to this line. This line. This one is 16. Why this one will be put as a 16 here? Because the activity, the closest activity that happened in this timeline is the part D16, right? This is 19, still feature, but this one is D19. D19 is firstly happened. So you just put the present time here is a, now you put it here. Okay, and you put down again here. Okay, this is still 19. Why? Because still in one timeline between here still for part 3, yeah, right? Okay, now for the next D is 25, is obtained from the activity of this process time for part number 4, 6 minutes. Okay, part number 4 is 6 minutes. From here, 1, 4, 5, and 6. So you need to put it as the part for part number 4 is in 25 here, right? All right. From 19 and 25, which one is the first happen? One, right? You just put this one become present and then put it here. And the next step is the arrival for part number 5 is 22 here. 22 is obtained from this one. Okay, the arrival from this and this 3. So arrival for part number 3, this is feature, yeah. Remember this one is feature, is 22. 22 here. All right. Now the closest D here between D and the closest D is still this D, yeah, not D. This is the closest timeline for D. So you just put down again D, yeah, this D. Then stop in minute 25, right? Okay. Now we continue. Okay, I I forget to explain to you for this. Okay, for this activity, the third finish, the third the third part finish and leave, and then machine idle. Okay, you can see here, part 3 finish here and idle for 3 minutes. Machine still idle for 3 minutes, but this one is still for feature. Okay, part 3 already finished here, so already 3 part here, total of part. Yeah. Now, you can see, we go to the next process here. Is 19. Okay, 19. Now, you can see this 19 obtained from this activity. I mean, okay, this 19 is firstly happen in the present time system. So you need to write down it here. 19 and 25. This one will happen first, right? Rather than this the part. So you need to put this one as your clock. Okay, arrive is in 22. 22 is obtained from here. Okay. 22 is obtained from this. Okay. Arrive is in 22 because of the part number 5 for the feature. Yeah, this feature. Okay. Part number 5. Okay. Uh, Part number 5, the inter arrival is 3 from part number 4. You just put it 1, 2. So this one is minute 22. So here you write the arrival for part. This one is A arrival is in 22. Next is uh, the part for here 25, because this one is the closest the part, still the closest the part between here and here. This is closest the part. You just write it down. Okay, here 25. You cannot write this here. Okay, you cannot write this because this one are 25. Okay, the next step is you see that I explained before. A22, D25. Which one happened first in the timeline? This activity will happen first. So you just write down it first activity. Okay, and then we can see here D25, 22 here. D25 is the closest D between this one and this one, this one and this one. The closest D is here, right? So you write down this D25. Stop 25. Okay, part 4, part arrive and start to be processed. Start to be processed. And then 3 minute idle of the machine. For machine idle, yeah. Sorry. Part idle. One, one, two. And then we continue, and then part okay, part 3 finish, and then some new part, part 3, yeah, native, yeah. And then we can see part now, next activity is here. Okay, this 22 and 25, this one firstly happened in the system. Okay, just put is 22 here. Okay, and this D25, D25 is obtained from the closest D in this timeline. Still, this D, yeah? Okay. We don't have any arrive because our process is until 5. Okay. And then stop in 25. 5, 5 part arrive, 6 part arrive, and waiting. Use, yeah. Use for 3 minutes. Okay. Okay. This is 3 minutes. 1, 2, 3. So one part waiting here. One part waiting 3 minutes. And already three part finish, yeah. Same three. And the last one is 25 here. 25. Okay, simulation stop. From here, 5 for the part here. 5 for the part here. And stop. So you don't calculate this one. First, fourth part finish timeline, and 5 part start to be processed. It start to be processed here. Part 5 is started here because this is waiting. This is still running. So this is the answer. You can see this is okay. Uh, what is mean? I will explain to you what is this. And okay, this is 4 minutes for idle machine. Yeah, machine waiting time 4 minutes because the machine is not working. Okay, this is for first part finish. Here's no idle, no idle, no idle until here one part idle waiting. Why here? Waiting for 1 minute. Yeah, this is not 1 minute, actually one part. Yeah, one part, not time. One part. Okay, and then one part finish. Okay, part one. Now for this one is uh, part two finish and leave, and part one to be processed. So this is waiting for what? Waiting for this. Waiting for this 1 minute. And okay. And then this one is number already number two part number two finish. Now part two finish. Okay, already part here. Then for the next here is for the part three idle here with idle here, yeah. So this one idle for machine. And here part arrive. So this part will be start. And then part 5 arrive. Part 4 finish. Part 4 finish here, right? Part 4 finish. 5. So the total part fit can be finished for the machine. Sorry, four part only. And 2 part waiting in timeline. Three part waiting in. Okay. Now we try to answer this. Actually, to evaluate what is the question. Total number of part is 4 part can be finished. And then the average waiting time in Q. So the total time part WQ over total part start process is equal with 1 plus 3. So average waiting time in Q. You can see here time for Q. Okay. Here is 1 plus 3. Okay. This one is 1 Okay, waiting part is also part. One is for machine. This one and this one. Waiting part is 1 plus 3 and over 5. Over 5 is obtained from total part start process. Total part start process. Uh, oh, I see. I remember. Okay, this one actually total part start. Actually, here is 4, right? Why we calculate 5? Because here, here we already consider become 5 part, yeah, not 4. So here become total part. Our part is 5. Because still, because our process will be finished at 25, so we still consider this 5 as in the system, not out our, not out the system. Okay, so we calculate this 5. Okay, and we get it 0.8 minutes. Maximum waiting time in queue part is 3 minutes. Okay, maximum is 3 minutes. This one is 3 minutes maximum. You can see which waiting 3 minutes. And then maximum number part waiting in queue, okay, SQ one part maximum. So here is no two part, yeah. Okay, only one part maximum. Utilization total server busy. Utilization total server busy over total time. Okay, our total server busy is 25 minutes minus 7 minutes. Server is obtained from this machine, yeah. Machine is server. This and the machine idle, yeah, waiting. Okay. 25 is working for full time. Okay. 75 is the idle time. So 25 minus 7 over 25, got it 0.27. So the utilization of the machine is 27%. So based on this situation, so we don't need to add one more CNC machine because still up to 50%. Yeah, this is 70%. Okay. Question, because from 25 simulation, 25-minute simulations, known that all parts have a waiting time, which the average waiting time is 0.8, yeah, 0.8 minutes only. Compared to its average processing time is 4.5 minutes. 4.5 minutes for overall, yeah, for overall processing time. While the utilization seven, 70, the production is still efficient with only one CNC. So this is the simulation for number 1. I hope you understand. And if you have any question for this, please ask me in at me, or you can also ask Puan Farah as a program. Sorry for my limitation to explain to you, and